Hi everybody and welcome to the Open eCrime midweek market commentary for week commencing the 4th of March. My name's Simon Clark from Trade with Precision and I'll be discussing the markets that are hot or of key interest right now. Now the first market I want to take a look at here is the dollar index. Now the dollar index here on the monthly chart, you can see that broadly speaking it's been in a downtrend for the past few years, and recently in the past couple of years we've been pretty much trading within a sideways consolidation. We've got some nice buying momentum coming into the markets here on the MACD and the RSI, and you'll see that here that the last month we've had a very bullish month. Nice big green candle there, breaking up to at the high of this most recent small consolidation. So if we come down to the lower time frames, come down to the weekly chart, you'll see that this market has pretty much been trading with around these key levels, these key numbers, which is sort of the 79,000, 80,000, 81,000, 82,000, 83,000, 84,000, and I've marked some of these levels in this market just to be able to show you what how price respects these levels. So we've got this 79,000 level. You can see that most notably price has tested this level a number of times, and more recently we've tested it, rejected it, and now moved to the high side. In doing so, what we've done is we've now taken out the previous two highs of this most recent downtrend. We've now broken those highs and now broken this next higher level of 82,000. So we've broken the level and then come back, and we've got a small little red candle sitting right on top of that level. So it's come back and it's retesting that level. Now above that, the next levels of interest really are sort of 83,000 and 84,000. They're the next sort of levels that you can see of prior support and resistance. So if we come down to the daily chart here, you can start to see the construction of this most recent uptrend in a bit more detail. And you can see that whilst we've had a nice clear series of higher highs and higher lows, we've got moving averages all fanning nicely in the right order, and we've got nice convergence here on the indicators too. And looking here on the daily chart, you can see how price has reacted around this 82,000 level, which is nice, really what interests me. I mean, price has come up, it's tested this 82,000 level a number of times, it's tested it on a number of days here, and then finally broken through, and then come back and retested it a couple of days. So it came back, tested it yesterday, and we've retested it again today. Now we've got a nice small green candle right on top of the top of this 82,000 level, right in the buy zone there, or just on the top of the buy zone there on the daily chart. So really what I'm looking at here on this market is I'm looking to see if this 82,000 level holds, and looking to see if we can actually get some nice trend flow trading opportunities to the high side. And I'll sort of come down to the lower time frames, come down to the sort of 480 chart here, and you can start to see, as price pulls back into the buy zone, back into the sort of moving averages, how we can get in some nice trend flow trading opportunities to the high side. So this is what I'm just keeping an eye on for trading opportunities around these areas here on the dollar index. Now what some people tend to do is when they want to trade the dollar market, they often trade the euro. So I've got here the euro dollar currency pair, and I want to talk through some analysis here, because euro dollar is also at some really key interesting levels. So if we take a look here at the monthly chart, you can see that on the monthly chart euro dollar has pretty much been trading within a range. It's very similar to that dollar market. So we've got the high of the range up here at the 1,500 level, or 1,500 level, and the low of the range at 1,200 level. We've also got a level there that I've marked in midway, and this is the 1.3 level, the 1,300 level, which price is sitting at right at the moment. And this level is a key level of support and resistance that price has tested numerous times. Most noticeably at the moment, price has come down, it's tested this 1,200 level, it's come up midway and then come back down and tested right at this 1,300 level. So coming down here to the weekly chart, you can see this level a bit more detail. I've marked this level in on all the time frames, and you can see how we've now come back down and hit this 1.3000 level. Indicators are starting to roll over at the moment, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if this level holds, because if the dollar index continues to rise, then that's going to put more pressure on the euro, and it's likely for the euro to break this level and head back down to the downside. And if we just look here, where the euro may well head, it looks like the next sort of level may well be down here to the next 1.2000 level. So coming down here to the daily chart, we can see this in a bit more detail. On the weekly chart, we are right at that level there of the previous low. So we're just at this deciding point here whether this uptrend is going to continue up or whether we're going to make a new lower low and this is going to break down into a new downtrend. On the daily chart, we are already in a downtrend, so we've already made a clear series of lower highs and lower lows. We've got the moving averages all now fanning in the right order, and we've got indicators also converging very nicely to the downside. So what I'm looking for here is just coming down to the sort of lower time frames, and even on time frames like the 480 or even the 240, you can just start to see how we've got some nice trend flow trading opportunities, as prices trading nicely around this 1.3000 level. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price to come down. We're very close to it at the moment. Test this level and break it. And we've got some moving averages all fanning very nicely now in the right order. So I'm just looking for and waiting for a trading opportunity, as price breaks that lower level. Now, the last market I want to take a look at here is the Nasdaq. Now, the Nasdaq has been lagging behind the other US counterparts a little bit lately, namely the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. They're already at new highs or breaking new highs at the moment, and the Nasdaq is not quite there yet, but it's just starting to wake up and play catch up. So I just want to show you what I'm looking at. Here on the monthly chart, we can see that we've got lovely clear series of higher highs and higher lows. Moving averages all fanning very nicely. Nice clear uptrend momentum. Indicators looking very nice as well. If we come down to the weekly chart, we can see that whilst price has been in this nice uptrend, most recently it has been in a sideways consolidation. We're just sort of breaking out of that consolidation at the moment, and in doing so you can see that we've got some nice buying momentum coming in here on the MACD and the RSI. So they're in agreement, with this trend direction sloping to the high side. Indicator or moving averages, I should say, just starting to get into the right order, and as price is breaking out to the high side. If we take a look at the daily chart here, you can start to see this sort of consolidation, this sideways consolidation for some time, and price has been pretty much trading just underneath a key level here, this 2775 level. And if I just sort of scroll back, you can start to see how many times price has tested this level. It's found sort of price support and resistance at this level for quite some time, and now we've just broken through it quite decisively. A little bit extended from the moving averages, so if we do get a pullback, and a pullback to this 2775 level, that's a nice area to look for trading opportunities to the long side. Moving averages all starting to fan out nicely, and if we do get a pullback there, by the time the moving averages roll round, they're going to be right in the buy zone there as well. We've also got some nice convergence here on the indicators too. So what I'm looking at here is not only this on the daily chart as a trading opportunity if we get a pullback, but also coming down here to the lower time frames. So time frames like the 240 and the 480, you can just start to see here on the 240, for instance, how this current uptrend is faring. We've got a nice clear series of higher highs and higher lows, moving averages all fanning very nicely, indicators all converging, and just a pullback to this, even this top of this level here, which is the previous high, previous most recent high I should say, at 2785. If we get a pull back into that area, also happens to be right in the buy zone there, in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average. So these are the sorts of trading opportunities that I'm looking for on the Nasdaq. So that concludes the midweek market outlook and potential trading opportunities to look out for. I'd like to thank you for watching the Open eCrime midweek market commentary, and we look forward to speaking to you next week.